So I'm gonna try something that I haven't done before, and it's just literally reading angsty fanfiction off of Tumblr. So let's go for it. The Sound of Heartbreak. Pairings: Lee Hee-sung and female reader. Warnings: angst and mutual breakup. Word count 543. Lowercase is intended. The room was quiet. Too quiet to their dismay. As if the walls themselves were holding their breath. YN sat on the edge of the bed. Fuck, bro. Hold on. We're just gonna redo that. I gotta drink some water. I need my Wawa. I need my Wawa time. Fuck. I can't believe I fucked up already. Alright. The room was quiet. Too quiet to their dismay. As if the walls themselves were holding their breath. YN sat on the edge of the bed, her fingers tightly gripping the hem of her pajamas, eyes fixed on the floor. Hee-sung stood across from her, leaning against the door to their shared bathroom, his arms crossed, the weight of what was said pressing heavily between them. It's not working anymore, is it? YN's voice finally broke the silence, fragile and trembling. She didn't dare look up at him, afraid of the confirmation in his eyes. Hee-sung closed his eyes, letting out a slow, shaky breath. I wish it was YN. I really do. His words hung in the air like a final nail in the coffin, and yet YN felt her heart shatter into pieces, even though she anticipated this coming. She wasn't sure she could ever put herself back together. She had known this moment was coming, yes, but that didn't make it any easier. The love they had once shared, so bright and full of promises, had slowly dimmed into something unrecognizable, and it hurt more than they ever imagined it would. Maybe it was when we stopped trying to understand each other. When we started letting everything else come between us, he said, barely above a whisper. I miss you, YN, he confessed, tears welling up in her eyes. I miss what we used to be. I miss us too, YN admitted, her voice thick with emotion. But I think maybe we've outgrown each other. And that's the hardest part. Hee-sung nodded, the tears now spilling over, tracing silent paths down both their cheeks. So, this is it then? We're really over? She asked, finally looking at him. Hee-sung pushed himself off the door and crossed the room, kneeling in front of her. He gently took her hands in his touch still so familiar, yet tinged with the finality of their goodbye. If you think it's what's best for both of us, he said softly, his thumbs brushing over her knuckles. You deserve to be happy, even if it's not together. The words hurt, cutting deep, but YN knew he was right. They had fought so hard to hold on to something that was slipping through their fingers, but in the end, love alone wasn't enough to keep them together. I'll always care about you, Hee-sung, YN whispered, her voice breaking. But I think it's time we let each other go. Hee-sung nodded, eyes overflowing with tears. I'll always care about you too, YN, more than you'll ever know. They sat there for a moment, holding on to each other one last time before they stood up, the distance between them suddenly feeling infinite. With a final lingering look, Heesung walked to the door, pausing as if he wanted to say something more but couldn't find the words. Then he opened the door and stepped out, leaving YN standing alone in the empty room with nothing but memories of them together. As the door closed behind Heesung, YN sank to the floor, the weight of their lost love crashing down on her. The sob she had been holding back finally broke free, filling the room with the sound of her heartbreak. The end. Ta-da! I don't know. I really like the angsty ones. They're fun. I don't know if I should do more than this, but hey, it's trial and error here. So thank you for watching, and yeah, let me know what you think about reading Tumblr stories.